Hey y'all, this is Jason Robertson, owner of OutdoorLegacyGear.com. I want to take a little bit of time today to talk to you about the Sightmark Photon XT Digital Night Vision Riflescope. Now, I did another video previously where I detailed the differences between the original Sightmark Photon and the new XT series. I'm not going to go quite into that much depth today, so if you're interested in that, you can go to my YouTube channel and check that video out. Today I want to talk about two new models in the XT series that have recently been released and are now available for purchase. We'll start here with the Sightmark Photon XT 4.6 by 42S version. And this is the newly released 6.5 by 50 S and L models. There are two different models. One is an S, one is an L. I'll describe that a little bit better and explain that in just a minute. The first thing I want to note is externally, they're identical except for the fact that the 6.5 is just a little bit longer and the front objective is just a little bit larger. Otherwise, they are identical on the outside. Quickly, I'll go over just some of the features that are on the Sightmark Photon. What you'll find here on the front is a flip to the side rigid lens cap that is hinged. You will not lose it. Originally, some of the XTs had a removable lens cap that you could lose. No longer is that an issue. Also, you will see there is still a small pinhole here, and this is for a daylight shooting when conditions are very bright. You've got a lot of sunlight coming in, and the digital imaging sensor is overcompensating, maybe kind of whiting out. You can close this, and it will block a lot of that light coming in. The optic can still see through that small hole, and the lighting will be much better. You don't have to use that in the daylight. You're not going to damage it if you open this up in the daylight, but it is an option. Right here, you've got your front focus ring adjustment. Here you have a small plastic Picatinny rail that's good for adding an extra IR illuminator or maybe a video recorder. Here you have the battery cap. You have two AA batteries that the Photon takes. I suggest either using high quality alkalines or lithiums. I know some guys like to use lithiums just to get the maximum amount of time out of the optic that they can. That's fine. I would suggest just always keeping a couple extra batteries with you in your pocket. It does have internally, when you're looking at the screen, a battery life indicator, so you can kind of see where you're at on the battery life and be prepared. But again, the battery life is very good, but I would keep some extra batteries with me. Back here, we've got the rear eyepiece focus. A lot of people are not aware this is here. They can't get it in focus. They don't know why they're adjusting this. It's because they haven't got it focused for their eye. Right here, we have the rubber eye cup, and I really like it. It blocks out a lot of other light when you're looking in at that screen. On some of the original XTs, you could unscrew this. You can't do that now, but if you want to remove it, you can just peel the rubber off and it will pop off. You can put it back on there. It's just really personal preference if you like it off or on. Turning it around, you will see right here we have this scroll wheel, and it's also a push button, and that allows you to go through the menus internally. You've got 5 reticle patterns and 3 color options: red, white, and green, whichever one you like better and whichever reticle pattern you like the best. You will see there are no external windage and elevation turrets. All those adjustments are done internally on the digital reticle. Also, you will see right here there is a small port. It is a video out port that allows you to send video to an external video recorder. Or if you would like, some people, if they're hunting in a stand, they'll have an external LCD screen. Maybe they've got somebody hunting with them, and it sends the live feed out of exactly what you're seeing internally inside the Photon. Right here, this is the built-in IR illuminator. On the back, it's got a button. You can actually turn it off to save your battery life if you're hunting in the daylight or conditions where you don't need it. And then it has 3 brightness settings: high, medium, and low, and you just go through those by pressing the button. Now, that is where the difference in the S and the L models come in. So I'll explain that quickly. What you have right here is the Sightmark Photon XT 4.6 by 42S. It only comes in an S. The S indicates that this is an LED illuminator. On the 6.5, you have the S, which is again an LED illuminator, and you also have the L, which is a much brighter laser illuminator. So what's the real difference? The difference is how bright that illuminator is going to be and how far you're going to be able to see with it. Sightmark officially says on a dark night with the 4.6S, again LED illuminator, you should be able to see about 130 yards. I honestly believe all of their distances are conservative. I think you can see further. So my opinion is, again, dark night, about 150 yards is going to be where it's at with this LED illuminator. On the 6.5 with the LED, again, that's the S model. Sightmark says you ought to be able to see about 160 yards. I think it's around 170 to 180. On the brighter L with the laser illuminator, on the 6.5, they say around 215. I say around 230, maybe even a little more than that. Just kind of depends on your conditions. But again, that's dark night. If you've got a moonlit night or have other ambient light, those distances extend past that. So again, going to say 130 to 150 on the 4.6S, around 160, 175 on the 6.5S, and around 215 to 230 on the 6.5L. Next question that everyone asks is, which model should I get? The 4.6, the 6.5, let's take that first. It really depends on how far you're going to be shooting. If most of your shots are going to be over 150 yards, even over, say, 100 yards, I would go with the 6.5. It makes more sense. If most of your shots are going to be closer range and the extending out to say 125 to 150, the 4.6 is good. Where the 4.6 really benefits you is in the closer shots under say 75 yards, 50 yards. The 4.6 is good because you don't have too much magnification. That is something that can happen with the 6.5 when you're talking about nighttime trying to find your target. If say it's a hog or something and it's at 50, 60 yards, sometimes that 6.5 is just a little too much magnification. So I hope that doesn't muddy the waters, but I would say it like this. If you're going to be shooting close range with some shots being up to 100, 150 yards on the far end, the 4.6 is a great option. You can take longer shots when you have plenty of other light on a moonlit night, but again, you're going to be ranging most of those shots under that 150, 125, 4.6 will work. If you're hunting in areas, maybe big wide open country where a lot of shots are going to be over 100, I would say go with the 6.5, especially if you're going to be wanting to reach out to 200 yards or more. The 6.5 is probably going to be a better option for you. When it comes down to whether to get the L or the S in the 6.5 version, I honestly would just upgrade and go ahead and get the L. There's only $50 difference between the two, and I just can't see a lot of reason to not go ahead and get the L. It's a brighter laser. If you don't need that illuminator that bright, you can always back it off. You've got the 3 brightness settings, but I think it's going to be nice to have for an extra $50. So again, just depends on your range, but if it was me, I would go ahead and upgrade to the L. Current pricing, right now the 4.6 S is $499.97. The 6.5S is $649.97. And the 6.5L with the laser illuminator is $699.97. Those are very good prices for something of this kind of a quality. The Sightmark Photon has opened up nighttime hunting to a whole lot of guys who never thought that they would be able to afford night vision, or if they could, it wouldn't be anything quality. But the Photon is very high quality, and I think you'll be very impressed. One thing I should also add is that Sightmark offers a limited lifetime warranty on all hardware and workmanship On the Photon, the digital video sensor inside here has a 3-year warranty. So that is a excellent warranty. There's not many things you can buy today that have lifetime warranties on the hardware and 3-year warranties on the electronics. Sightmark is a company based right here in Texas, so if you ever have questions or concerns or warranty problems, you call Texas. You don't have to call overseas, and you can talk to somebody right here, and they'll be glad to help you. Another thing, a question that I get all the time is, what rings should I use with my Photon? I highly suggest using the Sightmark Quick Detach 30mm rings. This is them right here. And this is the reason that I really like them. Number one, they're quick detach, they're high quality, they're 30mm, they're also the perfect height. They are 3/4 of an inch tall, and that's what you need for the Photon to get it up off the front of your rail, barrel, handguard. If you use standard 1/2-inch rings, they're not going to be tall enough. You're not going to be able to get it mounted. So whatever ring you use, it needs to be at least 3/4 of an inch high and 30mm. These quick detach rings are very nice. You can literally just quickly detach them once you've got it sighted in, and as long as you know everything's mounted up good, you can go right back to the same slots, mount this up, and you should be able to still be zeroed. I've tested it multiple times. I'm always zeroed right back in where I was. I have other customers who like to remove their Photon, maybe at a reflex sight or traditional day scope. You can go straight back to the Photon and be right on target. Again, I always advise you to test that for yourself, but I've never had any issues with that, so that is a nice feature of these quick detach rings. One thing, don't forget this. These rings are sold individually. The reason for that is some people like to use them because they're quick detach. They'll mount a light or another illuminator on their rail, and so a lot of guys want to buy them one at a time. So they are sold singles. You need to buy 2 to get a pair, and that right now they're a little less than $60 for a pair, so that's still a very affordable price. The Sightmark model number is SM34002. Those are available at OutdoorLegacyGear.com. We keep them in stock, as well as all of the Sightmark Photon XTs. We'll put a link right here so you can go and check out the Photons. And if you have any questions, we'll be glad to answer those. You can email us. We have a contact us on the website. We also have our phone number up at the top. It's 877-350-1818. Again, you can find that at the top of the website. Feel free to call us. Leave us a message if you don't get anyone. We'll be glad to call you back, answer any questions we can about the Photon or any of our products. But I do use the Photon. I've used it extensively, so I have a lot of experience with it. So when guys call, they have a lot of questions, and I'm normally able to answer most of those and before you make the purchase. So feel free, if you have questions, to call. Again, the rings and the Photons are in stock at OutdoorLegacyGear.com. One thing that I would mention is this is for more than just hog hunting. I have a lot of guys who say, man, it looks cool, I'd love to have one, but we don't have hogs here. Well, I understand that. There's a lot of guys now who are using them for coyote hunting, other varmint hunting. We even have customers who are using them for security reasons. This is a very affordable way to be able to tell who or what is out there around your place. So emergency preparedness mindset, a lot of those guys are buying the Photon with that in mind. So anyway, that being said, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. As always, we're glad to answer any questions we can. We'd love for you to come check out our store. We have all kinds of night vision, shooting accessories, outdoor gear, bags, packs, emergency preparedness items. Again, check those items out. They're all at OutdoorLegacyGear.com. Thanks for watching the video. Hey y'all, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our online store at OutdoorLegacyGear.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Google+. We sure hope you enjoy the rest of our videos.